Hello everyone. Today I want to make a little video about acceptance. Yesterday I talked a little bit about my story and how I've had a lot of challenges with pain and depression. Many times in my life I felt like life was a punishment, that everything was against me. Not only did I not have value, but that I was broken. I judged myself, I resented my body, I hated who I was. And those energies, those feelings of resistance, they only took me into the darkness. They took me into deeper states of dis-ease. And every time in my healing journey when I've started to move more towards vitality and health, I was always coming from a place of accepting, letting go of that resistance. This is the most critical thing. Nothing else matters until this. Until you can let go of resistance. And this might seem sort of controversial at first, because some people might say, well, how can I move towards health? How can I take responsibility for my health and heal my body if I'm not dissatisfied with where I am? Right? Dissatisfaction with where you are is a very strong motivator for action. And action is one of the most powerful ways that we can create change in our lives. But I find, in my own experience, that action is not always enough. There have been times in my life, my healing journey, where I've been obsessed with action, where I was convinced that I had everything figured out. And I put tons and tons of energy into eating the perfect diet and living the perfect lifestyle. But at the end of the day, I still felt like I wasn't good enough. At the end of the day, no matter how much I did, it didn't feel like I was doing enough, and all of my focus was on what I hadn't done that day. And I didn't heal. It didn't matter how perfect my actions looked on paper. That didn't get me where I wanted to be, because I wasn't accepting where I was. In order to tap into our full potential, we have to start from a place of acceptance. And acceptance grows into gratitude, and gratitude grows into love. And love is what ultimately heals. Think about it. Every time you eat a healthy meal, what is that? That's an act of love. It's an act of love to yourself. That's an act of love towards every cell in your body. But if you're resisting who you are in that moment, if you're eating that healthy meal with a little voice in the back of your head saying, is there too much fat in this meal? Did I get enough protein in this meal? Oh, maybe I'm eating too many calories. Maybe I'm eating too late in the day. If you focus on what's wrong, it's going to change how you feel in your heart, and you're going to be sitting in a place of resistance to what is. I can't emphasize this enough. Eckhart Tolle is one of my favorite spiritual teachers, and he talks about resistance to the present moment as being insanity. It's insane to resist the present moment, because all there is the present moment. You are who you are in this moment, all of your ailments included. I know that's hard. It's hard to accept. And if we can find that acceptance for where we are in the process, I've had a lot of pain in my knee the past 24 hours. And I've had a lot of pain in my jaw and my face, radiating into my ear and down into my throat. Last night it was so bad I could barely eat dinner. I sort of just made some sweet potatoes and mushed it up with my tongue, I couldn't really chew because there was so much pain in my jaw. And I had a choice in that moment. I could turn towards resistance, and I could become angry with God. I could become angry with the present moment. I could become angry towards my body, and I could say, why is this happening to me? I could play the role of the victim. But when I do that, I can feel the resistance building and building in my heart, and I only move further and further from love, and therefore further and further from the ultimate healing force. But in that moment, I made a different decision. I let go of resistance and I just accepted. I didn't like it. I didn't say this is okay. This isn't what I want. This is just what I accept as being real in this moment. And this morning I woke up and there's no pain in my jaw. There's no pain in my jaw, and I woke up with a smile on my face. Because I woke up accepting my life, embracing who I am here and now. And I can move forward and become the person I want to be from that place of love. I can be accepting of where I am now and passionate about moving towards a better place. You don't have to make changes in your life because you're dissatisfied with where you are. You can make changes in your life because you're passionate about where you want to be. And I think that's the best place to act from. And that's a place where you can align your mind, your heart, and your body together with your actions. Right? If you're acting one way, if you're eating one way, but you're feeling another, your heart isn't on board, your mind isn't on board, you're not going to get the same results. And bringing the mind and the heart and the body together, moving forward out of passion for what can be, rather than resistance from what is, I believe is the most important thing to keep in mind when you're moving through your healing journey. This will allow you to tap into your intuition, and you'll know what actions are right for you and what aren't. But if you're acting from a place of trying to force what should be upon what is, if you act from that place, your intuition will be hard to find, and you'll be acting from the mind. And that, in my experience, has never gotten me where I want to be. So the first step to knowing where you're going, to knowing how to get there, the first step for getting your mind and your heart and your body all in alignment together, the first step for making the right choices for your health for the right reasons, is to accept what is in this moment. Accept the pain in your body. Accept the pain in your heart. Accept your lack of ability to control your addictions. Accept your dependency on, other people financially. Accept your dependency on pharmaceuticals. Accept the weather. Accept your age. Accept everything about yourself. This is not easy. It's going to take practice. And there are many things that can help you in that process. But I'd like to encourage you to just start looking at this in your life. Start looking at your heart and finding out what you're holding there. What place are you acting from? If it's from a place of acceptance, non-resistance to what is, then that will cascade into everything beautiful. And if you're acting from a place of resistance to what is, then that will cascade into everything that you don't want. I hope that helped you. These videos are as much for me as they are for anyone else, and I need this message as much as anyone else does. I'm a work in progress. I'm still learning. It's very hard in our world today to accept what is, because there's so many terrible things happening. But when we start to accept what is in the world, then we start to see the beauty in it. We start to see the love in it. And we start to see the perfection in it. Because the world is perfect. Everything's perfect. You'll see that. You'll see that someday. You'll realize that perfection does not mean you're not going to act. Accepting the beauty of what is will actually empower you to create more beauty and more love and more passion than you can possibly imagine. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for watching.